Hi, this is Dr. Dan Purser, danpursermd.com. Welcome to my Facebook Live. Tonight we're going to discuss the top 10 plus ideas to improve your interstitial cystitis. It's weird. Brecken's here with me, across from me. Well, that's not weird, but Jackson's here running the camera. Will's here so we can tease him about if he gets a girlfriend or not. And so we're all glad to be here and be of service to you. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight and with a really horrible disease. So maybe we won't have that much fun, but we can make it kind of entertaining at least and hopefully really alleviate some suffering. So let me remind you, please leave reviews. Oh man, I'm not going to make it through this time. On Google and Facebook. And for any of my books you purchase on Amazon or Kindle or products on Amazon too, please. So a couple, 3 sales that we still got going on. Coupon for 15% off today for physician design products. Where's the coupon? How come I haven't seen the coupon?
Well,
is it like a paper coupon or what is it?
It was just one day of flash sale, but we decided to bring it back for tonight just for you guys. And what is it, Jackson?
So anyone who watches this, is it just tonight?
Yep.
Not going to do it tomorrow for other people might log. What? I would do it tomorrow too.
Okay, fine. Okay. We'll let it be tonight and tomorrow. And that's
okay, good. So that's at 15% off today and tomorrow for physician design products. I don't know what the coupon is. They won't tell me clearly.
You just said the coupon. It's literally 15% off today.
Like
is it one word?
5% sign off today.
I'm putting it in the comments.
The off sign?
Like, no, there's no off sign.
What?
OFF.
Oh.
Percentage sign.
Got it. Also, $100 off 2 bottles of VARS glutathione. Can't beat that with the sick. Is that right? No,
it's 2 for 100 VARS glutathione.
2 for
$100 off 2 bottles of VARS.
Okay, let me change. I'm retracting that. Okay, $100 for 2 bottles of VARS glutathione.
But you guys, you can use that 15% off coupon on top of that. So
on top of that,
sneaky.
What are you doing? No, that's our pride and joy.
Well,
that's what we're built this company around. Okay. So $100 off SpectraCell today. Also, still, these sales are ending. There's a lot of these ending tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah, tonight.
Get your stuff while you can. So there won't be any more sales for a while. So get your habit forming supplements tonight and tomorrow. Good. Okay, this is the part you've all been waiting for. The winner for leaving what did she do? She did something with 3 friends. That she forwarded something to them. What'd she do?
On our giveaway post from our flash sale the other day, we said that someone, if they tagged 3 friends and then commented their favorite physician design product, they could win a free 30-minute consult with you.
So she tagged 3 friends.
Yep.
What does that mean to tag 3 friends?
You just tag them.
How do you do that?
You just write their name in Facebook. It's okay. You'll learn.
How to do
You'll
that.
learn.
Okay.
But her favorite products were VARS and copper balance. So.
Wow, good for her. Okay. Her name is Kathy Blair Panic, Paneck. So she's the winner of a free 30-minute consult with me. So Jackson, can you play that congratulatory song you've been working for Kathy Blair Panic? Whoa. Wait.
That was the congratulatory chord.
Okay, you got to work on that. that was pathetic. Okay, and have your list of questions ready, Kathy, so you can ask them to me. Let's see if we can fill up 30 minutes with questions. Jackson, are you going to play the theme song?
Yes, here we go.
You've really been working on a new one, I heard.
A little bit.
That sounds really...
Step it up there.
Oh, your fans.
A little spice.
All your friends are here cheering. Both of them. Okay. Wow. You guys don't clap for me ever. Okay.
Do something special.
Yeah, well.
Just kidding.
Okay, to our list. My top 10 lists always become top 20 or top 13, sometimes top 80, but this time it's 13. Well, now I guess it's really mutated a minute ago to 14, I noticed, right?
Yeah, I think
top 14 ideas for helping your interstitial cystitis, and there's just no cure for my list problem. It's gonna keep growing. So okay, so Brecken, hit me with it.
Yeah. And by the way, is your list that you're talking about, is it going to be posted on Facebook?
Yeah, magically at about 7:35, it'll pop up.
Perfect. So keep an eye out for that. You guys can dig in deeper to what we're talking about today.
I don't know how it would do that. I figured out how it does that. So
Magic.
it is
Okay.
magic, like that theme song. Okay, go ahead.
So what's number one? What's the first thing you'd tell someone suffering from IC to do to improve their life and their symptoms?
Well, let me do a little backstory first. I deal with root causes, and I deal with root cause illnesses all day, every day now for 35 years in practice. I wasn't very good at it when I was super young. I kind of followed the Western medicine path and all that, and it just kept bugging me that there had to be better ways to do things. So in the last few years, after advising several hundred patients with interstitial cystitis, I'm going to tell you a hard fact. There is no way to cure it. Mainly because it's mostly genetic in its root cause. But there are a lot of things you can do to live more healthily and have very few, if any, symptoms. I have a ton of those patients who have very few symptoms. So let me spend the next 30 minutes trying to convince you. Number one, get on a low copper diet. It can be downloaded from the Facebook page for End Fibromyalgia with Natural Options. And if you doubt this will help, please just sincerely give it a go. Give it a try. It's cheap to do. It's free. And you'll know pretty quickly if I'm right. You can get as much as an 80% improvement in your symptoms with this alone after a month or 4 on this diet. I noticed that I spelled month moth. Well, that'll look good. Okay. Does anything else free off this potentially? Okay. Does anything else free offer this potentially this much improvement?
I don't think so, no.
Wow. What doctor gives you a free cure for a chronic disease? Well, it's not really a cure. Definitely not a cure. It's just improvement. Low copper diet can improve your IC dramatically. So talk to Lois Schweigert, who runs that Facebook page, or talk to anyone on there. They'll point you to where the diet is, and you can download it. And that's free.
Yeah.
But man, high copper foods are all more modern foods. Like pioneers did not eat kale. They did not eat walnuts as they were walking along on the trail.
You don't think they were eating walnuts?
No.
Oh.
They didn't find peanuts and eat them either. They weren't just, let's go to Arizona. There are peanuts in the ground there. We'll pick them as we walk. No, they don't do that. No walnuts either. There were walnut trees everywhere. They found them. They'd eat them for a few days, but
yeah.
So they definitely didn't eat avocados.
What would you say is the number one high copper food that patients always eat that worsen their fibro and their IC?
Nuts.
Nuts.
It's one way or another. Nuts. They're extremely high in copper. Are they good for you? Yeah, but not if you have IC. Stop eating nuts. Yeah. Okay. There it is. I'd get on a low copper diet. That's number one. It's free to do. You'll know if you do it for anywhere from a few weeks to a few months. Lois Schweigert always thinks 3 or 4 months. She advises that you really learn to live with it. You can get a big improvement in your symptoms. IC patients are really fragile. Mm-hmm. They're really sick. I know you. You're really sick and you're really suffering. So, okay. Let's keep going.
So what's the number 2 fact about? You think it's about genetics?
Yeah, I definitely think interstitial cystitis appears to be genetic. We just don't know exactly what the genetic error is. I'm going to figure it out before I leave this planet. But so is the chronic fatigue symptoms you feel. Fibromyalgia is most likely genetic too. Probably NAT2 would be the genetic error there, though they all have also the chronic fatigue part, which we'll get to later. So yeah, it's definitely genetic. That's why I don't think anyone can cure it.
Yeah.
But you can get rid of the symptoms and talk to people on that in Fibromyalgia Natural Options page. They'll tell you that they've controlled their symptoms down to almost 0. So
yeah,
that's from women who are going 50 to 150 times a day to the bathroom to now, maybe once or twice a day. So maybe 5 times a day, but that's still a huge improvement.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 3 on the list talks about the root cause of IC. What is the real root cause?
Well, I believe you have genetic errors with which you're born, and that they're probably causing you to have a dysfunctional. This is where it gets crazy, so hang with me on this. A dysfunctional copper zinc metallothionein. Look it up. Google copper zinc metallothionein. There is indeed such a thing, which in turn causes you to have abnormally high extracellular, meaning outside your cells, levels of copper and low intracellular levels of zinc and copper. It sounds crazy, but I believe this excess extracellular copper is the cause of your pain. There's been studies that have shown that tender points, trigger points have a copper molecule walled off in them. I've seen a few of those. And so the naturopaths have thought it was an excess copper problem for years. And you can go to any board there and they'll tell you the same thing. But I think it's a copper zinc metallothionein enzyme dysfunction, or carrier protein dysfunction that's causing the high copper level. So if you can check your NCC, which is a non-ceruloplasmin bound copper level, to determine if this is excess copper or hang on, I said if this is excess copper or and see if it's so. Again, see the Fibromyalgia with Natural Options Facebook page to download this document and see what labs you could get for this. You can get them off Direct Labs, order them yourself, or get your doctor to. Do not let anything stand between you and figuring this out. Do an NCC, and you'll see if you have an excessively high level of copper.
How do you support that copper zinc metallothionein?
Well, okay, so I'm going to assume you've had some success with the low copper diet. You might even start to believe what I'm preaching here, and that what I don't know if I'm selling it, but now you might think this, because I'm saying this for free. And now you might think this this copper thing might be something to look into. Gotta correct that. Sorry. I know I'm being annoying. I gotta make sure this flies.
Your list is already posted, so what you're changing isn't going to change anything. We have to go back in, so don't correct it anymore.
I can do something.
Okay.
Okay. Now you must address your dysfunctional copper zinc metallothionein is what you're saying, right? How do you address it?
How do you help it? Support it?
When we were trying to figure out the copper zinc metallothionein problem, we did a study with 43 patients. Before we did that study, I looked at a bunch of different studies that sorry, I got too close to the mic. I looked at a bunch of different studies that showed that molybdenum or zinc or B6 or NAC or certain amino acids, things like that, affected the functionality of the copper zinc metallothionein. You could have a deficiency of zinc, for example, or you could have a deficiency of molybdenum or boron or other things that can cause your extracellular copper levels to be too high. And so when we did our first 43 patient study on this, we found that we had to order 9 different supplements off Amazon and just give it to all of them. And then I was telling fibro patients who came in to get help, order these 9 supplements off Amazon, see how it works for you. And they get great results, but it was a pain in the butt to order all those supplements. So we piled it into one. We've since gotten a U.S. patent on it because it's actually, we showed a really aggressive, massive functionality with the copper zinc metallothionein improving numbers, and it's called Copper Balance. Is it available on Amazon? It's easier to get from our website, physiciandesigned.com or danpursermd.com. And it can help normalize your extracellular and intracellular copper and zinc levels. If you don't want to support us, I get it. Go buy all the supplements in there individually on Amazon. You can do that too. You don't have to buy our product. So try 1 to 4 per day for long-term maintenance and up to 8 per day if you get bad flares.
Is there anything else that you can do to help support the copper zinc metallothionein?
We also, if you go to PubMed and search metallothionein and the word glutathione, you'll see that metallothionein needs a functional reduced glutathione. We actually developed our glutathione, which we've now got U.S., Japanese, and other international patents on, pharma patents. And that's what we're building this pharma tech company around. But because we were able to validate our glutathione no one else ever had. And so we used it in that original study because it can help your copper zinc metallothionein function better. That's what we thought. That's what we assumed. So yeah, you can get our VARs, validated, absorbable, reduced, stable glutathione, and take that. You can take anywhere from 4 to 30 squirts per day according to how you feel. So drink lots of water. So the way you take our VARs glutathione, ideally is you squirt it in your mouth. You wait 30 seconds to a minute, swishing it around, hold it in there. Then if there's anything else, swallow it. And then wait 25 to 30 minutes thereafter before you eat or drink. You'll absorb almost every molecule of that glutathione you need to. Just think of it like vitamin C on steroids.
Yeah. What about, how do you deal with the horrible fatigue that these people have? And how do you know what you need to do to address it?
Yeah, you fed a little fibro, haven't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, what did we do with you?
Genetic testing.
And what were we looking for?
THFR
Yeah.
variants.
Because it causes fatigue.
Mm-hmm.
Blocking B vitamin absorption and methylation, lack of ATP production causes fatigue. So a normal human, when they take in one carbohydrate and they don't have any methylation errors, they'll convert that carbohydrate, consider it like crude oil from the ground. They'll convert it to unleaded gasoline or ATP in the human body. Sorry. And that's that's the energy coin of our realm. That's our unleaded gasoline. So if you have a bunch of methylation errors, and you have, especially in the MTHFR errors, you can have as much of a 90 to 98% reduction in your ATP production and your methylation capabilities. And that's why you're so unbelievably tired. The milder fibro cases, the milder IC cases let me back up. The milder chronic fatigue cases don't have as many errors as someone who has severe chronic fatigue. Also, a SpectraCell can show you what vitamin deficiencies you're having. Malnutrition will cause a slowdown in energy production or fatigue. Okay, sorry, I jumped ahead.
No, that's great. So when you figure out your methylation genetics, then what do you suggest to do? You kind of touched on it a little bit.
Let me back up. Try with your methylation genetics. Try our MTHFR Renew or the MTHFR Endure. I guess that's kind of the answer to your question, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah,
or some other baseline methylation product. You don't have to use ours. We think ours is the best for a number of reasons. But start with one a day. Usually the Endure is one I prefer more than either. But you can start with the Renew. Mm-hmm. Start with one a day, and each week go up slowly until you overmethylate, until you feel like, whoa, I'm so tired all of a sudden. It's feeling really good. Yeah, you just overmethylated, so back it down at that point. Or if you have any problems, any side effects, any bad effects from any baseline methylation product, stop them. Contact someone who knows what they're doing. And you can get guidance on how to step down or how to use milder forms or what to do. So we also have our tiny bites for kids and for adults who need less. Like I only have a few errors, methylation errors, so I take half a tiny bite every day. It's enough. I feel if I don't take it, I start hurting and feel weird, feel tired. So I was joking about habit forming, but man, it feels good to feel good every day. Have tons of energy. I definitely don't feel my age, which is like 112.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
112.
Yeah. That's why I laugh at stupid stuff like Jackson trying to play that. What's that thing? A marimba?
Kalimba.
You ask every time, don't you?
Maybe you'll remember someday.
I don't even know what that is.
Maybe when you start taking PQQ,
why is
you'll
that?
start
Why do you leave
remembering.
that in my office? It freaks me out.
I know you like to play on it too every now and again.
I never. No.
I hear you strumming along.
No. Okay.
Well, back to IC. What about hormones? Is there any that you know that
so
can
you
help?
can really plus up your symptoms from an IC and fibro and the migraines that some women and men get from high copper levels. Yeah, all this can cause migraines too, by the way. Go to that Facebook page in Fibromyalgia with Natural Options. Read the comments over and over and over again. The migrainers going, oh, migraines, I haven't had them in 3 months. I love this. It's incredible. And my fibro is gone. not really gone. It's just under control. So your symptoms are much depleted. So okay, get your hormones tested. Please use the direct labs link on my danpersermd.com page. They have 1,300 draw sites nationwide. You can order. I have a panel on there, don't I? Direct labs.
Yeah, you have a female and a male panel.
Yeah, if you're a female, get the female panel. You can pay. You just pay for these with the credit card. It's really cheap. Well, inexpensive. And you don't have some schmucky doctor have to order it for you. That's between you and direct labs. No, it's not covered by insurance. So, but at least you're in control of it, and you can order your own and stay in control. That's what I do.
And what are they supposed to do with these lab results once they get them?
Find a doctor in your area who deals with. You can talk to a competent pharmacist, and they'll give you a good doctor in your area, or you can set up some time with me. I'll go through it. I'd prefer you find a doctor in your area though that can help you. And if you need help with that, I can link you up to some who might be in your area. And get on the HRT, the bioidentical hormones and natural hormones. That's why Young Living's popular, because they use oils instead of hormones. For those of you that want to eschew bioidentical hormones, though I got to tell you, progesterone is truly magical for women. Wouldn't you say, Brecken?
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, good.
Need it.
Hey, we're rocking and rolling through this.
We see a lot of questions each week from fibro patients on like weight loss and losing weight. Do you have any insights?
Don't. I say hold off. I say you got bigger fish to fry when you've got bad IC, bad fibro. I get women really targeting that, and I'm like, let's get you feeling better first, and you can do whatever you want with your diet or weight loss. It'll become a lot easier for you to exercise, get moving, and do more when all your symptoms are under control and you've learned to maintain your balance, so you don't have bad symptoms every day. I mean, how many hundreds of patients have we seen do this?
I don't know. A lot.
Yeah, more like thousands. So, again, you'll get the feel for that on the End Fibromyalgia with Natural Options page. And those are people I don't even deal with. Some I have, a number I have, but most I don't even know who they are.
Yeah.
So, okay, so I'll tell you this. So my number 11 was, as you slowly get to feeling better, try slowly exercising more and more. Doing a little more, walking around, getting moving. A lot of you have been bedridden and really not in a good place. So do more and more, but don't get crazy. Go slower. You'll really pay a price the next day. So,
what do you do if an IC patient gets worse?
flares occur due to weather changes, big weather patterns moving in, rain, storms, snow, stuff like that. Stress is really bad. Or the number one thing I think that happens, you accidentally or intentionally eat a high copper food and blow up your symptoms. Jump on these quick with lots of glutathione, water, copper balance, and bed rest. And I know your mom will take 8 copper balance when she gets home. We'll be at a restaurant, or she'll be at a restaurant with one of our kids, and she'll say, I'm having a flare. It's horrible. I'm not going to get to the car, I think. But she'll get to the car. She's tough. And she'll get in the car and start driving home. And she'll call me and stuff. But she keeps them in her purse now, but she'll take 8 copper balance. She'll take a bunch of glutathione when she comes home. Lay there, and then after 30 minutes, she goes drinks a lot of water to help flush everything out. And by morning, her symptoms are usually 90% better.
Yep.
So, and so we've used that same flare trick with lots of patients. So, and I realize IC is horribly worse than a fibro. That's usually we get the IC better than patient. The IC patients are usually like, oh, I think I have fibromyalgia too. My back hurts, my upper shoulders. I've never noticed because my bladder was so bad. It's like, yeah, but we can probably improve that too if you just keep on your diet and stuff like that. So, okay. Anyway, just throwing it out there.
That's great. What about if the NCC comes out normal and they still have symptoms of IC or fibro or migraines?
I see that in about 1 out of 200 to 1 out of 1,000 patients. They still have all the symptoms. Their doctors told them they have, the rheumatologists have all told them they have fibro, but they don't have a high NCC and none of this stuff has really helped. The glutathione maybe has helped some. I'll usually there's a urine test that's easy to perform and fairly inexpensive. It's Genova's toxic elements test. I've done some posts on it lately. Look at those. Patients, we'll get that on them. There's other toxic elements tests you can get from your doctor and stuff. Ask around, so you don't have to get it from me. But I'd look at that. Are you maintaining gadolinium or rubidium or uranium or something else? And the only thing I know that can really help that, it can help you detox with heavy metals, is to increase your glutathione levels a lot and drink lots of water. So anyway, just a thought with that.
Yeah.
And then you can do a post like a month or two later, get another get another toxic elements urine test, and it'll be gone.
That's great.
Point made, and your symptoms should be a lot better. Though I think the inflammation and damage takes a while to go away. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Do you have any other thoughts on IC?
So if in the next 2 or 3 months I discuss an OTC all natural pain option, over the counter pain option, I'm going to tell you right now, you should try it for your IC. That's something we've been working on developing. As a matter of fact, you should definitely try it for your IC. I hope some of the people in our study make some comments. Please be studied and careful about what you say. But you can tell them, if you're on here, that how much you improved and what a lifesaver this product has been for you, and how when we come out, that's going to be amazing. So hope this information improves your life in some way. So do you have any questions?
Yeah. Could a copper IUD be the cause of IC?
Maybe in some. I haven't seen it very often, but I've had a couple of cases I wondered if it was. Marina is not a good, do not replace it with a Marina. Replace it with condoms or foam or something else, or abstinence or something. But birth control pills and Marina are a really bad option, because I guarantee you have some kind of methylation error, and you don't want to take that on top of those.
Yeah.
Sorry you're having a problem with the copper IUD, but I've only thought it happened a few times. So
what's the connection between IC and migraines again?
I think some migraines, not all, are caused by copper toxicity issues. I don't have any evidence for that, other than a lot of my fibro patients with migraines, a lot of my migraine patients that have a high NCC but no fibro symptoms improved dramatically when we treated them. So it's not FDA proven anything. I don't know for sure, but man, it definitely seems to have helped.
Yeah, interesting connection.
So yeah, and they'll say my migraines went from weekly, many days a week, to now I haven't had one in 4 months, and I had one the other day that was a few hours, but that was it. And I know I ate the wrong food. So if you wonder if it's going to help your migraines, try the diet, the low copper diet first. Super easy to do. Join the private group. You have to get all the way into the In Fibromyalgia with Natural Options page. Join the private group, download the diet, and try it. It's free. You'll know. Super easy. Guarantee you it's free. I can't guarantee it'll work, but it usually works. So
just give it time, yeah.
And yeah, you'll find out. Do you guys agree?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth a try. It's free.
Yeah.
Prove it to yourself. Don't believe me. Try it.
We always recommend give people try it at least a couple months, because really it takes, like with vitamins, it takes 90 days to change that level. So give yourself some time. Lois is a big pusher for giving yourself time, just acclimating.
Probably.
Is that the word?
No.
A big
bad word. Drug pusher.
No,
she's
advocate.
A big advocate.
She's an advocate for the low copper diet.
Giving yourself time.
Yeah, because when I put the low copper diet up on that page originally, it was 8 things: avocados, nuts.
Mm-hmm.
You do not want to eat chipmunk feet. That was on the list.
Well, it's scary in general.
That's a delicacy.
It's like guinea pigs in Peru.
Oh no, I got him choking.
We got him on Facebook Live choking. That's a rarity.
That's bad. I was thinking of Chippendale, and it horrified me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we love Chippendale. Okay, so Well, you guys were telling me the other day I need to show up somewhere wearing my what's this little critter down here that you put on your shoulder?
Oh, one of the porgs.
What's it gonna do with that?
I don't remember.
No, it's really funny. You got me cracked up. You're like, I'm gonna wear a pork. What? I got one I could wear. So, where was that? That was at some event.
Oh no, we were talking about you walking through a crowd in front of a TV of Disneyland or Disney World with the porg on your shoulder. Make it look like you were in the crowd.
Oh, like I was at Disney World.
Uh-huh.
Can we do that?
Disney World Simulator. Yeah,
Disney-
we'll make a clip of that sometime. Yeah.
Okay, me walking with a porg on my shoulder, with my Disney gear on at Disney World. I'll have to wear a mask. Oh man, don't make me wear a mask for that. Really?
They won't be able to recognize you.
Well, they'll recognize. Yeah, I won't wear the mask, but I'll wear a porg. I've got Grogu can ride on my shoulder too, a mini Grogu.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, you're not buying that one. Okay. So any other questions, Brecken? Oh, and what's that lady's name? Kathy Blair Panic?
Oh, she already emailed me.
Wow.
She is so excited.
Is she famous now? All her friends will be so jealous. Kathy Blair Panic, we chose you. Don't panic.
Don't panic.
Sorry. Well, she pulled that joke first, didn't she?
She
Your
did.
email?
Mhm.
Okay, sorry.
I'm trying to see
I
what other.
think I'm funny, but I know I'm really not that funny.
So people, they shouldn't stop taking vitamin B. They just need to figure out the right B vitamins to take according to their genetics, right?
You can get a lot more. Like I love Super B from Young Living because it can fill a lot of holes. Like I had this last week was weird. I had 4 or 5 patients with like 8 vitamin B deficiencies each. I don't know if they're related or they're cousins or what they were, but they're all Young Living distributors. But I put them all on Super B, and I said, keep taking them till you feel better. I see people get to 8 or 9 or 10 Super B a day before they overmethylated. I had one guy stop at 11 and it'd been a year before he finally overmethylated. He was so depleted, it was incredible. And he crawled out of that hole. But yeah, but you can get a lot more targeted for your methylation problems with something like MTHFR Renew, MTHFR Endure, something like that. You just get a lot more targeted. I'll often keep people on a baseline B complex like Super B, but just throwing that out there. So does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other great questions?
Mm,
Do you recommend vitamin B12 shots?
Sometimes if they're so bad and they've lost intrinsic factor and they weigh like 98 pounds and they're just really cachectic and anorectic looking and look like cancer survivors, those patients, yeah, occasionally I'll go with B12 injectables, and we'll do them as often as every other day, 3 days a week, which is crazy, but they feel so much better when they finally get that stuff in their system. It allows them to start creating intrinsic factor. You can Google all this. Real bad B12 deficiency will cause loss of or lack of intrinsic factor. They cannot digest food correctly. They are starving to death because the B12 deficiency has got them in a vicious death spiral. So, and it can take them a year to get back to normal.
yeah.
So yeah, so I do B12 shots. Yeah, really sick patients, I do it. So, okay, I've got just a little bit more time left. I'm trying to keep these brief for you guys so you can listen to them and have a party and have fun and go out laughing and order pizza, do whatever you want. Okay, Brecken, do you have any more questions?
Yeah, I got one more. This lady, she has frequent urination and lower abdominal pressure. Could it be IC?
Yep,
So she should go and get tested.
yep. Go to a urologist, get it checked out. And they've gone to your doctor several times and you don't have a UTI. And he goes, sorry, I don't know what's going on with you, but your urine's clear and all that. It's probably IC. Oh, you're going to hate me for saying that.
Yeah.
So, and did you have fibrous symptoms before, migraines or anything like that too? You can kind of do the math and figure it out pretty quick. So I'm sorry for all you IC sufferers. I wish I could make it go away. I can at least you can do some hard work and get rid of most of your symptoms. I think using natural options, which is pretty amazing. Do not get your bladder removed. Don't do all that crazy stuff yet until you explore this as deeply as you can. Just go with the low copper diet. It's free, it's easy, and you'll prove to yourself if I'm right or not. You'll know. And I'm pretty confident that you'll know that I'm right. So, okay, well, I love you all. God bless and go into good health. This is Dr. Dan Purser. Adios.